Okay, hello everyone. My name is Sadiq. I did my PhD in China on Chinese Government Scholarship, which is commonly known as CSC, and currently I'm working as an associate professor in Chinese University. By the way, I did my PhD in management. The purpose of making this video is to explain the procedure how to apply for CSC scholarship, how to apply for Chinese scholarship, because most of the time my friends and my ex-students, they ask me, contact me, or explain us the procedure, help us, oh, how to do this, how to do that. So I thought, let's make a video, and if somebody asks me, I will simply tell them, go and watch the video. And of course, when I have time, I will make a series of videos on like proposal, email, and etc, etc, something like this. So first, let's talk about Chinese scholarships. There are many types of Chinese scholarships. For example, like CSC scholarship, Chinese Government Scholarship, provincial scholarship. Each province here in China have its own scholarships. Belt and Road Scholarship for Belt and Road countries. Confucius scholarships, mostly for Chinese language. But the most common is CSC scholarship, because each year CSC take thousands of foreigners, students here in China, and the chances are high to get, because there are many seats, they hire many people, thousands of people each year, thousands of students. The other scholarships had limited number, limited seats, so that's why most people, they apply for CSC. And my scholarship was also CSC when I was doing my PhD in China. So among the documents, when you are applying for CSC, there are some documents. So among the most important documents is your research proposal. And of course, I need to tell you, the CSC scholarship is only for masters and PhD. It's not for bachelor, for undergraduate, just for masters and PhD. Other scholarships you can find for undergraduate, but here we will talk about for masters and PhD. If you are applying even for masters or PhD, you need to have a research proposal. Okay, now what is research proposal? And of course, most of you may know what is research proposal, and if you don't know, you need to Google it. Or maybe in the future I will make a short video on what is a research proposal, what is a good research proposal, what you need to know, what you need to put in your research proposal. So maybe in the future I will make another video on this. But let's say, assume you know what is research proposal. Okay, so the most important is research proposal. You need to have a good research proposal, not just download research proposal from Google, because this is because when you send it to any professor, when you contact, so he will send you a research proposal, and if he didn't like it, he will not contact you. And of course, like you need to send your CV and research proposal to any professor to ask him for acceptance letter. So the research proposal is the most important document in this process. You need to have a good, attractive, stunning, up-to-date research proposal. So the professor, when you open your email and look at your research proposal, so he will come back to contact you if he like your research proposal. And of course, most of the professors here, they receive hundreds of emails, so most of the time they don't read your email. They simply discard it or assign one of their students to read the email. If the student like it, he will report it to the professor. So this is another question, how to write an email, how to compel or how to make the professor or the student to open your email. So you need to have a different outlook of your email. And maybe in the future I will make also another short video on how to write an email, or what the Chinese prefer in the email, or how you will make them open your email. Look to how to make a different email, different outlook of your email, so they will open. Because each university, because professors here in, especially in top university, receive hundreds of emails every day, so they don't read most of the email. So let's come to the research proposal. So you need to have a good research proposal in order to make the professor contact you or make a contact with you. So So you need to know about research proposal, you need to know about the interest of the professor. So your research proposal should match the interest of that professor you are contacting with. So this is the most research proposal. So and of course you need to know about how to write a good email. In the email you need to send your CV, short CV and research proposal, and your CV should be related to educational field, not like some other thing. Of course, you know how to. Maybe we can also make another video how to write a CV for applying for the scholarship. So in the first, you need to send your CV plus a research proposal to professor. If suppose the professor he like your research proposal, so he will contact you, and if he like, he will say yes, okay, I'm willing to take you as a student, master student or PhD, a research student. So he will give you acceptance letter. So most universities, they on their website they already have a form or pro forma of acceptance letter. You simply need to download it, fill it, and you sign it and send it to the professor. So professor will also sign it, put the his school stamp, scan it and send you back. In some university they don't have a pro forma form for acceptance letter, so the professor or he will write it that I want to take this student in this year, or he will ask you to write something, sign it and send it to him. He will sign it, stamp it and send it to you back. So this is the acceptance letter. If he agree and willing to take you as a student, so he will give you acceptance letter. When he give you acceptance letter, so then you need to prepare a set of documents. So remember like the applying time for CSC is from January to February, and you can contact the professor anytime you want, a year before, 6 months before. You need to start a contact with different professor like 6-7 months before. So if he will give you acceptance, okay, I can take this guy in this year and this time, he will mention. So no, you can contact with the professor anytime, but you need to get an acceptance in December, so you can apply in January. So most universities they start announcing their results at the end of February, and in September the session will start, and every year in September. So you need to have acceptance letter in December to apply in January. So you need to have a list of documents. What are the documents you need? The first, acceptance letter. The second, research proposal. The third, you need to have an online form. You need to fill an online form on CSC website. So, and it's very easy. It's not that complicated how to fill. Just you need to remember that in that form there is one specific thing you need to know is agency number. Each university here in China have an agency number. Maybe in the description of this video I will put the link of the agency number, so where you can look what is the agency number of your university, of that university in which the professor give you acceptance. So you need to put the agency number on that online form, the CSC, on the CSC website. On one ID you can only make one form. If you want to apply for multiple universities, if multiple professors give you acceptance, so you need to make a different ID in order to fill a form each time. You need to have a different ID. On one ID you can just apply for one university. So if you want to apply for another, you need to make a different ID and go to that CSC online website and need to fill a form again. In the form you need to put 3 choices: priority 1, 2nd and 3rd. The first priority should be the university from where you got the acceptance. Then the 2nd, the 3rd, you just need to fill it. So after you finish, you print that. Then you also need to show the online form, finish and then print it. The online form, and you need to have a medical report from your country. So on each university website and especially on the CSC website, there is the pro forma of medical form. So you need to do it in the local hospital. The doctor, he will stamp and sign it, and he will also stamp and sign your picture. So remember, you need to sign and stamp your pictures as well. you need to paste one picture, your picture on the form, medical form. So you need to sign and stamp. So you need to have a research proposal, you need to have your passport copy plus a proposal plus acceptance letters plus medical, or maybe some university will say police clearance or some other documents. It depends on the university. Each university has different requirements. So when you prepare, you need to go to the university website to look for all the required documents. So some universities, they will ask you, you need to upload your documents, plus you need to send hard copies. So you need to upload and send hard copies by post. Some university will say you need to send all the documents by mail and by post. It depends on university. Some university will say you don't need to send hard copies, just send by email. It also depends on university. So you need to go to the specific university website and look for the their requirement you need to fulfill. Each university here in China had different requirements. So after sending the documents, most university they say upload or send it by email and send it by post. When you send it by post, so hardly for each country, I think it takes 10 to 15 days to the university get your documents. After that, they will inform you. Some university they don't inform. So at the end of February or March, they will announce the results on their website, and they will also send you an email and will ask you, send us your address if they accept you. If you are in the list, ask your address. When you send your address, then they will mail the JW form, the main visa form required for getting the Chinese visa, and what are the required documents for visa. It's different for each country. So you need to go to the Chinese embassy website to look for your required document. So I'm not going to explain, because for each country they have different requirements how to get the Chinese visa, but the university will send you, it's called JW form. It's the main document required for getting getting student visa.